This ain't entertainment.
Shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom, rather. Man, what
This
in
is
the world
prophecy
happened
with
here?
a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant.
I'm
We don't
doing this
just make
live from
music.
a phone.
We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom.
Wow.
From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising.
I don't know.
Your Relish Radio ain't just about beats.
But it is what it is. Things are
about
doing what
power.
they're doing.
Power to heal. Power to
Got to-
rise. Power to remember who we really are.
My name is Mike
We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the
What
oil
is
of war and
this?
peace.
Gates.
We don't fold.
In the
We
world?
don't flinch.
This is not me.
We go gangster on fear. We go holy on
What they talk
sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of
this?
dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul
Think I
been
got a
searching for the real
connection
sound of heaven, you just tapped in.
Let me see.
This is your relish. And this is the sound of faith on fire.
Shalom, shalom. I hope everyone can hear me. Everything's been kind of funny with this internet. Hold on just for a moment. Let me just do it this way. Let's see what happens. I tell you. I hope you all can hear me out there. Truthfully, I don't know. It seems like this lately, and I'm saying in the last month, the internet connection has been shoddy, real shoddy. And I noticed that. I put my testers and everything on it, but then everything is testing okay. But the powers that be, they have the power to slow and halt anything when it comes to the internet. What? Brother Robert, Shabbat Shalom. Are you able to hear me, Brother Robert? Man, okay, you're able to hear me. That's good. Because I'm doing it on my phone today. And I've been, mostly I was on my lab. What is it? Yeah, I'm having a connection issue. That's what it seems like. I just got the message. Hey, let's just move forward with this. I gave off the title, Who Is Yah To You? But in essence, brothers, there's something that's going on. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Van P. Thanks for the message, sister. In light of things, I did a song. What's this? Coded control for your soul. It was talking about this digital world in which we live in. Shabbat Shalom, Brother Kenneth. I'm glad you was able to make it in, brother. And I'm noticing what's going on. I talked to Hidia a few days ago, and she told me what her government was going to do. They told everybody there to pack up, make sure they have food for at least 3 weeks. This is what they told. They told their residents before the 29th, the day that they was going to do their voting. And she said, Mike, they even talking about shutting down the internet. And so, boom, they did it. And for the last two or 3 days, no communications. There was one time he was able to call me, and it only lasted 5 minutes or less. You brothers remember that I had a discussion where we was talking about the evolution of communication, how we went from the home telephone, and now here we are smack dab in the middle of a digital, let's call it a crisis, because this who Yah is to you is going to be so important. It's going to involve our very lives. When it's all over, said and done, it's getting down to making a decision. It's getting down to, hey, how you want to live. What can you contend with? What is that you can't contend with? That's where we are at. That question is like slapping us in the face. Shabbat Shalom, Brother Earl. I'm glad you was able to make it in, as well as Sister Anita Williams. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sis. We're brothers. It's we're here. We are here when the powers that be been seeking more and more power against the residents, and they got it. Food, water, communication. Oh, that's it. That is absolutely it. But then we fall back to what the scripture says. When you catch sight of the disgusting thing standing in a holy place where it ought not, let the reader use discernment. And it's something how the Most High broke it up. He didn't say let the nation. He didn't say nation. He said reader. He broke it down personally for us individually to make that call. If you see something that is absolutely out of pocket, you got to start using discernment. Well, this is the way I need to go. This is the way I need to do. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Angela. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sister. This is what we have to do. Yeah, I'm hearing what other brothers are saying, but at the same time, I'm looking at this little digital thing they got going on. And it's all about control. They want to know what foods you like. There's so much stuff that they want to know about each and every last one of us. Just have some power over you. And you talking about a digital platform that's trying, they're trying back. They have been working on more and more control. Brothers, you all know when that digital came in, it came in as a what? Like a fan. That's how it came in. But all the time, it's a foe. That's what it was. And that's what it is right now every day. Now, this, I know Sister Van P, she pretty much gonna know about this. The digital, what's it? Digital ID. Brothers, we have a decision individually that we got to make. And truthfully, and this is just my encouragement, pray to the Most High for His guidance. I am shoot, man. I mean, I can't tell nobody what to do. But when you pray to the Most High and you look for His guidance, you know what you need to do. He's going to tell you. He's not going to leave you in a lurch. He's not going to guide you down a destructive road. He understands this system and knows what the system is about. This system is not for us, period. Everything about this system is a mockery, period. It mocks up beauty. That's all it's about. It just put out a mock. a mockery. But what do we do? And I'm saying the world, rather. I'm not going to say we. I would say the world. The world eats it up. They dive into it. That phone, laptop, tablet, all of that stuff looks good. And especially if they got it built into a vehicle. Oh, it makes like you're on a starship. It makes you feel what it does. It makes you feel. We're going to see, you're going to understand how you feel. That can be very destructive. It can be very destructive. Because how you feel can affect your life. Because if you look back and you deal with not deal with, but we look back and we talk about our forefathers out of Egypt. Now, let's understand this now. When they was coming out of Egypt, now we say that the Most High said that we was going to leave with, we will leave with some things. That is true. Let's just say hypothetically speaking, brothers. Let's just say hypothetically speaking, we left with gold, silver, money. Let your imagination run wild. Let's just say that these are the things that we left with. Our forefathers, they left with the same thing. They left with the same thing. Now, it's going to bring me back to who is Yah to you? Because when our forefathers have all of their stuff, I know they was feeling good. You've been stricken with poverty. Now you done came up and leaving out at the same time. You done came up in your mind. You came up, truthfully, in a fleshly way. Because our forefathers showed their flesh. They had all of those goods. What did they do, brothers? They crossed the Most High. That's what they did. They crossed him. He allowed them to leave with all of that stuff. But once the dust is settled, they start complaining about this and complaining about that. Oh, Moses, he don't just talk to you, he talked to all of us. This is what happened. All the while, before they left with some loot. That's what they did. And at the same time, while they did all of this, man, got all of this stuff packing up, having all type of grudges and things of that nature. It showed, and I tell you, brothers, it showed me. The Most High had to show his people. And left with all this stuff. And now you tell me you want to go back to Egypt. Now listen to this. They wanted to go back to Egypt. But they didn't want to think about the downside to it. They were worrying about their belly. That's that flesh, brothers. That's that flesh. They was worried about everything about that flesh. And the Most High, he got heated. I mean, I'm quite sure any one of you will get heated. You didn't show your loving kindness to people who refuse to see who the Most High really is. I did a song, Am I to You? And in that song, look at he was really explaining. The fire. Where did it come from? That's all the question was. The fire, the wind, the creation. He said he decided it. He is the great decision maker. That's who he is. And once we understand that solely deeply against that flesh, because when it's all over said and done, brothers, it's going to be about the flesh and the spirit. That's what it's going to be about. That's the reason. That's what the question is. Who is Yah to you? That's what it's going to be about. I mean, truthfully, that's what it is about right now. Now, don't get me wrong. We are bombarded. We are bombarded with a digital um, platform that is taking. It's taking on speed. That's what it's doing. It's taking on speed. And so now, let me just throw all of these concerns that we may have, that we may say, hey, well, the Most High knows this, knows that. That's true, he do. You may be a brother or sister out there that has a medical condition where gas is medicine and things of that nature. Brother Galen Jones, my brother, Shabbat Shalom. Brother, I thought maybe you and your wife, y'all done sit here and ran up on $1 million, tripped over and said, oh, we got 2 million and forgot about a brother. I'm glad you let me get brother. And I was just thinking about you, brother. And I was saying, let me give him a call, but I was so busy yesterday, brother. I mean, I forgot who I was. I'm glad you was able to make it in today, brother. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Cynthia. Yeah, and we look at these things, our health, and we look at the system in which we are in. And yet, brother, don't get me wrong. This is going to be a faith challenging situation. The world, the world knows they got us. What's the word can I use? Got us to a degree. Got us content. The world got us so content that we think we got right to speak what we want to speak. That's what the world put out there. But now we know for a fact, you go out there speaking a certain type of way, no, you go get dealt with. You're going to get dealt with. You just can't say you got freedom of rights. And that stuff is out the door. Just like how they sit up here and told and taught our laws that we got from the Most High was done away with. Now, what? The laws they have, they want to impose them on the people. It does not apply to the politicians. They move in a different way. Shalom, brother Dave. I'm glad you were there, came in today, brother. This is what they're doing. This is what they have done, doing, and they're executing. They're pulling people in. They're pulling people in. And yes, like I was saying a couple of days ago, what was every day? What do you think? I told you, brothers, that we're going to be the scapegoat for this so-called food stamp thing. But when the numbers came to the board, nope, it's not African American. It's on government assistance like that. The big number is more whites on it. But no matter what the numbers that they're now redacted, they're supposed to be all this and all that. I don't too much care for them. I'm gonna be straight and frank with you. But there's some information that they do have on point. But I knew, because they know that there is a monetary benefit of throwing African Americans first and foremost out there on that picture. They got to see it. Oh yeah, I knew these niggas were so and so and so and so and so. They got to keep that heat up. Brother Galen, you are. Whew, this is what Brother Galen said, because I'm doing this from my phone, and I know what to hit on my laptop. But he said this: we're getting ready to lose what we thought we had. That's what he said. That's his statement. Let me just do it this way. Oh, there you go. Boom. All right. Just figured out something. I'm playing with it. Okay. That's it, brothers. That is an absolute truth. Call it a prophecy. Call it a prophecy. Because everything now, brothers and sisters, for any one of you that, if you got a vehicle, if you have a vehicle, it's computerized. There's a computer in that in each and every last one of your vehicles. Now the newer ones are they're locked to the system. Those newer ones are locked to the system where you can literally, I mean, individual that know how to do it, hack into your computerized car, shut your brakes down, shut your car. This, and we brothers, like I said, they brought it about as if they was friends. Oh, we got the cell phone now. You can call your loved ones in any event of emergency, and that's how they play the situation. That's how they played it. They played it like that, brothers, like it's friendly. But as time went on, it did not take a long time for them to become a foe. And here we are, right down to this very day, 2025, as they say. Now they're starting to shake they're starting to shake the dance floor. This is what this is the concern that we have had, brothers. We can say, I'm used to this, I'm used to that. Right when it's all over said and done, I said this. We always ask the question why the Israelites would do this here and do that there. We're about to be put in the same predicament. We're about to be put in that same predicament. You're going to make that choice. Yeah, a lot of us are not accustomed to living in a house with no electricity, especially in the wintertime. Do you know it's colder in your house than it is outside during the wintertime? This is that time where trust in the Most High, the Most High will have to be within, because the world is putting you to the test. That's what the world is doing. Satan is saying, you know what, now bump it. Let this nonsense ride. Bring it on. That's what he's saying. Bring it on, because he knows that, hey, they gonna have to make a choice. And his biggest concern is those Israelites. That's who he's looking at. He want to talk about a voting issue. Yeah, that's the one that's watching that. He's going to be watching how many of these Israelites is going to come on my side. I'm the one who's been providing them with electricity and so and this here and that there. That's what he's looking at. The Most High just standing back looking and pleading with his people. That's what he's doing. He is absolutely, he woke us up. We recognize it. We recognize the awakening. That's one thing we did do. And we continue to do it. Ooh, Brother Galen. I gotta do it again. Brothers, and this is a very true statement. Please make every effort to get out of Babylon soon. That's real. That is absolutely real. And this is, and brothers, those to say this is not a fear tactic. No, it's not. This is a truth tactic. If you want to call it a tactic, it's truth. The devil is showing his hand. And this is my encouragement, brother, is this. When the devil shows his hand, trust and believe the Most High hand has already been there. It's still there. But trust and knowing who the Most High is to you, that right there is going to be the winning factor. That's what it's going to be. The Most High knows exactly you, brothers. When I say that, we need not fear. The Most High knows exactly. He knows your condition. He knows when your stomach is growling. He knows this. We cannot go about cutting his hands off. That's the ticket. If we get to a point, we cut the most high's hand as if he ain't gonna do it this way. I mean, what? I don't, brothers. It can be in the middle of the night. You probably went to the bed, went to sleep with a hungry belly, empty belly, and the Most High can fill your belly while you sleep. You cannot tell me that he cannot do it. This is the factor that's going to determine how you gonna live. Shabbat shalom, Sister Kathy. That's the thing. We cannot continue to go through talking about what he will and will not do. This is the last of captivities, brothers. Israel, you're the last of all of the generation of Israel in captivity. You know this is going to show up and show out. This is what's happening. The devil got to do this. He got to do this. Yeah, he gave us it. Well, we came to slavery, and we or leaders, black leaders, saying they were fighting for equal rights and all of that, had to come in there to put up a front. Although, we just got tired of being mistreated. And what? We start voicing our opinion. I'm talking about our forefathers and things of that nature. And so, although it was a mockery of the devil and it was put together by the devil, all right, they begging for this here, give them this here, give them some rights. The devil knew exactly, give them some rights, we're going to use the rights against them. And they did. They did just that. And so the devil saying, hey, make them feel like they're part of this nation. Oh, brothers and sisters, when I said this stuff went so demonic, it went in. He went in. We was the only ones that was fighting because we didn't know. It's like we was looking for a family and we didn't have it. Yeah, the nations misused or took for granted our situation as looking for our family. And they used it against us. They used it so bad to, hey, they were like, oh, the religious leaders was always in the mix. The religious leaders was always in the mix. Well, first and foremost, we got to make sure that these people know that the laws are done away with and that, hey, Israel is no longer God's people. That everybody can go to heaven. We just got to teach them this. And they did that. They did just that. And they went in deep. They went in deep. It went so deep that it's difficult to bring out some of our family members out of that type of understanding. You can have it written in black and white. They're going to believe that lie. And they're going to hold on to that lie. That's what they're going to do. And that's what they're doing. These last days, brothers, I tell you, oh, this is Angie. Hold on for a minute, brothers. Sorry about that, brothers. I'm back. And so, the hold on for a moment. I am so sorry, brother. Somebody was, talking about buying my house and things. So, unfortunately, I mean, got caught up in the conversation. But going back to what I was saying, we are we're looking at some triumphant times now. Things that we may have become accustomed to, like Brother Galen said, we're about to be unaccustomed. For the vast majority of us, we're not accustomed to um, electrical what do they call it? Electrical outages. But brothers and sisters, this electrical outage that's going to happen here in this country, that stuff is going to be orchestrated. They know exactly what they need to do. They know exactly what they need to do in order to get people frustrated, get them concerned, get them scared. That's what they want. They know exactly what they need to do in order to get people afraid. This is a fear. This is a fear mongering situation from a demonic system. This is what this is. It's fear. Now, either one of the two things is going to happen. We will feed into it and jump into fear, because I tell you, I never seen so many people out here talking about they got to go get their COVID shot. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Good night. Mm, mm, mm. To get the lollipop. Sister Kathy, I do too. I do too. Right when I couldn't find out that, in Arkansas, you can get your house registered as homesteading. So I was about to do just that. I was going to get things prepped up to do it just to increase the value of the house. That's all. And so individuals start showing up till they want to buy the house. And you know what? These people, they starting to see, when they start talking, they start opening up themselves to what's really on their mind, on their heart. And it is living around people has become very dangerous. Living around people has become very dangerous. And so my house is out there in the outskirts. I kid you not. The young lady that lived next to me, she sold it. She retired. She wanted to be around her family. And so she moved around her family. Listen to me, brothers. She got like 3 or 4 brothers, and she was out there in the country all by herself. But she's saying, she getting up there and it's saying like that she need to be around family. It ain't the fact that she's seeing a system that's saying and telling each and every last one of us, hey, you probably want to be around your family. And I tell you, brothers, if all possible, yes. When communications go down, like they did in Tanzania, if you want to feel kind of weak, all right, yeah, that's go be it. This time where we as Black people always talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you don't have nothing, you're not talking to your brother here, you're not talking to your sister over there, and let this that grudge stuff keep on going, we're going to be the ones who's going to suffer from it. And granted, let's not misunderstand, and I'm not going to judge anyone. Some family members are best left alone. Some of them are best. When times get rough, the last thing that you need is a very selfish brother or sister. That's the last thing you need. If you want to get your blood piping hot, bring in somebody with that mindset. When you're trying to survive as a family, you got one individual that's thinking about themselves only. It's absolutely frustrating. I'm telling you, brothers, This is where the Most High said, let those that understand use discernment. You may have people on the street that's a whole lot better than your own fleshly blood, more trustworthy than your own family. And it's sad how it gets that way, but hey, it is what it is. The Most High already warned us about these things. We have been warned what our family members are going to do. And they're doing it to the T. These last days are not something that we really want to take for granted. Brother, let me tell you this. The minds of some of our family members is ridiculous. They and for the ones that say they're in church, I'm a rely on the Most High God to provide me food and so and so, because they got accustomed getting in their vehicle and going to the store buying what they need to buy. They're not accustomed to just taking food scraps that you want to put in the garbage that goes to a landfill. Take the food scraps, throw it on the side of your yard, build a little compost thing. Our people don't do that. We didn't got bougie, as they say. We're gonna be bougie, broke, bust, while everybody else that's got common sense say, you know what? This is what's going on. The system is showing itself. The system is showing itself, and the Most High warned us. With this awakening, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. He awakened that sense of, hey, there's a shift. And a lot of you brothers and sisters know it. A lot of you brothers and sisters know, in my spirit, I feel a shift. And then when you start to feel the shift, what do brothers do? They have channels. They go right in. They go on these channels and they speak about it. Then you be like, I felt the same thing. Now, this is the person who listens to a brother or sister's broadcast, and they understand it. Because it wasn't you that got it first. It was the Most High who gave it to you, to us individually. And this is how we move. We move that way. We know when something is not right. The Most High, when I say he talk to you, brothers and sisters, he talk to you. He don't like I'm talking to you. No, he don't do it that way. But he put something. I mean, I just can't really explain it. You can understand that there's a shift. That's one thing we can all say, and it's going to continue to move that way. This digital stuff is going to shift one time, and you'll be like, I got to get rid of this cell phone. But right now, that cell phone is what? It has all of your information in it. All of it is in that cell phone. That's the way they orchestrated it. This is the way they orchestrated all of this stuff, brothers. Now, we got to make some, we got to make a faithful decision while we are in captivity. I mean, some brothers may have had an understanding, hey, we're going to be going pretty soon and things of that nature. Okay, brothers, we do know that. We do know about the greater exodus. We do know about that. But if we hear, well, that beast system gives birth, yeah, we got some decision making to make. We have, Sister Kathy, what you talking about? That tracking stuff? And you know what? when they talk about um, what do they call it? Digital, what is it called? Not digital, digital, hold on for a moment. Hold on just for a moment. Yes. And truthfully, brothers, and I could be wrong. I'm just gonna shoot this out here. I'm gonna shoot this out here this way. That C-19, that shot, that lollipop, I seriously believe that is a controlling mechanism. Let me tell you the reason why. Because now these doctors said they're able to inject aluminum. And when I say aluminum, I'm talking like you got aluminum ladder, or the mineral aluminum. They're able to break it down into the bloodstream. They talking about, oh, it flows a lot better in the bloodstream. Now, brothers, I do not need no aluminum in me. The Most High put what He need to put in there. Man coming in saying this here. This is the dangerous line of thing that the nations have. Now, that's what I'm talking about, brother Dave. The what do they call it? Sister Van P said it, and then they was talking about what's it, digital ID? Yeah, instead of them your social security number, please, it's automatically going to an IP. Anything that you own, any type of electronics, it can read you and report back. I'm done. I'm serious. I thought Transformers was just a movie just to entertain us. Transformers seemed like, hey, they part of the prophecy. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. You have Elon Musk that got that little thing that he can put it in the back of your head or whatever situation may be, and you can take down low. You can move a mouse with your mind. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, if you told me something like this 20 years ago, I would have laughed at you. I would have laughed at you. Now, I'm shutting up and listening. That's what's going on. And the world is putting out more distractions than ever before, while they move to do what they're hoping to do and going to do it. The thing is, while the world is moving, brothers, we should be moving too. This is what y'all got going on. You're able to hack into, well, they ain't even got to hack into it. Your phone, internet connection, whatever situation may be, listen to what all you're saying. If you know they have all this power, now it's just time for us to start making moves. Now, I know you brothers and sisters seen this. There was a movie, Shooter. Mark Wahlberg, Danny Glover was in it. And but Mark Wahlberg, he served in the army or whatever. And whatever how things turned out, he went to live off grid in the mountains and things of that nature. He wasn't too much off grid. I'm gonna tell you the reason why he wasn't too much off grid. He had the internet. Anything that can connect you back to this system, they reading you. When you off grid, when you truly off grid, you don't have no communications with the world. None. You don't go to the doctors. And if you do need some medicine, you'll find somebody who can go get the medicine, give it to you, and you move on about your business. That's truly off-grid living. But the world don't want that now. If the world can't see you, you're like an invisible man to them, and they do not want you to have that type of power. That's one thing they do not want you to have. To have a power where they cannot see you, man, please. If they can't see you, they'd rather lay you down. I tell you, hold on. Let's do it this way, sis. Whoa. Let me tell you something, Sister Kathy. Let me tell you something. 600 Republicans with a free will living. That's all you're saying. That's all they saying. Now they want to act like, well, well, good night. They are Christians. They're doing exactly what Christians do. They're Christians. There's nothing holy about Christianity. Only the fact is that they have the power to tag holy onto Christianity. They have the power to do that. But this is where the Most High comes in. It says, when you catch sight of the disgusting thing, standing in a holy place where it ought not, let the reader use discernment. Brothers, we didn't discern that. We didn't turn that thing upside down. We didn't broke it down. Yeah, there's no other way you can look at it. Christianity is that disgusting thing. You got rid of holy days. You come up with holidays. They came up with holidays, rather. Jesus Christ born on the 25th, and he may have been born on the 25th, but that's not Yahushua HaMashiach. But they don't care. This makes money. This lie makes money. That's what they're concerned with. That's what they're concerned with. And they're going to live that out. They're going to ride that until the wheels fall off. They make money. They have a gift, brothers. Lying is a gift. When you are able to deceive the whole world, that's a gift. That is an absolute gift. I mean, death is going to follow behind it, but it is a gift. They can sit up and have a clean cut face, hair lined up, suit all dapper, and lie right to your face and look good at telling a lie. That's what they got. Brother Dave, Africa's building its own internet system that does not connect to Google. I would say this, brother. For the politicians there right now, they got their training from Babylon. They got their training from Babylon. All right, they don't have to connect to Google, but they keep on riding the same way they riding. They gonna have to really strip themselves, just like we tell our family members come up in Christendom. Hey, y'all need to, y'all need to come on out of that. You know, when with this awakening, brothers, with this awakening, this is one thing we did. At least I did. And I heard a lot of other brothers and sisters say the same thing. They had to disavow themselves mentally, spiritually, and physically from Christendom. It's like they had to, just like us, what the Most High did to us. The Most High allowed us to go into captivity. The last of Israel, the present day Israelites, we had to be ripped and ripped apart and then put back together piece by piece. That's what the Most High did. He did just that. We had to be ripped, and we have ripped. No other nation, brother, on this planet Earth was ripped apart like Israel. No other nation. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Vicky D. That's what they did. This is what happened to us. So with this ripping apart, now we're about Most High is putting us back together by means of His grace. And brothers, I know I hop on Jeremiah. If you want to talk about, you want to see the Most High's heart, that's going to be the book. If you want to see how the Most High is shedding tears, that is the book you need to read. If you want to see how the Most High was upset at Israel, that's the book you need to read. If you want to see the 400-year captivity, it's in Jeremiah. What's going to be happening in the last days? Jeremiah. But Christianity taught our parents, brothers and sisters, the Old Testament is done away with. If it's done away with, what do people do? They don't even try to read it. They believe it's done away with. Brothers, when I say the devil went in, I mean, he stuck his foot in it. And it's us, the awakening Israelites. We got to deal with this. We have to deal with it. We got to continue to be encouraging while your family call you a devil or you doing the devil's deed. You got to endure all of this. But the thing about it is this, brothers. Yahusha said, they did it to me first. They called, the scribes and the Pharisees called him always, he was tied to the devil. Now you got family members saying the same thing about you all. Whatever happened to him, what was said or how from family members, it's going to be done to you. Don't let it shock you. You may have to go ahead and separate yourself and things of that nature, but you got to do what you got to do. Because if you don't, you just might find yourself getting hemmed up with your family members. Because see, you just might be that one out of all of your families that saves your family from destruction. Yahusha came to save who? Israel. This awakening, the same thing is happening, brothers. This is it. Things have taken its turn for the worse, and it had to happen. It had to happen, brothers. Now, we were not going to sit up here and beat around the bush on that. We was going to be affected, and now we feeling the effects. Along with feeling the effects, brothers and sisters, we must endure. We must endure. This is not that time to be going back and forth with our brothers and sisters over some disagreements and things of that nature. No, brother, it's real. You seeing our sisters are being thrown out on the forefront as a recipient of food stamps. They're throwing them out there. They're still doing it because right now the media, they feeding on it. It's a whole lot of money involved when you got us in front of it. If you got us in front of, what do they call it? Of the ad for a particular channel, and they're showing I'm gonna say it this way, and this is not meant to degrade our sisters. But this is the world. I'm talking from a world standpoint. They ain't gonna show you no skinny black woman. They're gonna show you a fat black woman, chubby cheeks. And this is how AI can do it. And brothers and sisters, if you think I'm joking, go back and look at the internet. When it's talking about the food stamps and everything, they go always show you a fat black woman that's like out of control and is making millions. It's making millions. It is a topic for discussion, but the topic is getting weak. Don't get me wrong, because the numbers have came out. The numbers have came out. So now the numbers are like, wait a minute, black people now. So hey, eventually it's going to fade out. But trust and believe, they did what they wanted to do. They made the money, and they made it on the back of who? Jacob. Brothers, this is how we got to see these things. Let there be no, I'm not even going to speak that into an existence. But this is what they're doing, brothers. Jacobs, they know they can make money off of us. And they still doing it down to this very day, hour, minute, second. But we gotta stay the course. Now you gotta, and at the same time, brothers, and for you brothers and sisters out there that have means of doing certain things, start looking at these things, what's about to happen. You know, they're talking about affecting the electrical grid. Put yourself in position for that. You know that eventually they're going to affect the food. Now, brothers, what's his name? DG is talking about putting the lollipop into foods. Yeah. He's trying to get the government to allow him to put the lollipop into foods. Brothers, when they put a statement out there over the internet, say to yourself, it's already being done. It's already being done. It's already being done. This is where brothers, this is where we're standing at right down to this very day. The Most High is going to make a way for you to get out. We just got to be paid. We have to pay attention to how the Most High is setting things up and setting you up to get you set out. He knows exactly what he needs to do. It's us that needs to be mindful of what the Most High is saying to us. Because when you stand back and you look at it, you're like, wait a minute. I remember that this happened, that happened, this happened. That was the Most High is doing. Because now you're starting to understand his footpath. When you understand how the Most High moves about, oh yeah, you're on a whole different plateau. That's that trust factor. And this is what the Most High was telling Israel from long ago. He has always told us, do not mingle with the nations. Our forefathers were so hard-headed, and the more we grew from leaving Egypt, and we started becoming a nation, we got so low, it was just downright. We was doing things the nation didn't do. Like I said, if you really want to see how the Most High felt, or you want to feel his heart, read Jeremiah. Start at chapter 1 and just take it on. Jerusalem was looked at is depicted as a prostitute, brothers. That's the hurt of the Most High. Now, now, if you take the book of Jeremiah and how the Most High was looking at Jerusalem like a prostitute, They're doing the same thing to our sisters. And some of our sisters are putting themselves out there. And this is what the world looks at. Then the world calls them what? B's and H's. Jeremiah said it first. The book of Jeremiah said it first. The world makes money off of our sisters digitally, period. For the world to see, for the world to make comments, judgments, and maintain that hate. That's what the world does. But the time is here. The time is here. There's going to be a massive, and I tell you, brothers, y'all may think I'm joking. I could be crazy. Like I was talking to Brother Earl. We had, online, I had a discussion. He said, do you think that the Most High is going to wake up all his people? I said, yes. And I still hold to it. Don't get me wrong, brother. It do look grim. It do. But he's an Elohim of his word. He knows, he said salvation came to the nations due to Israel disobedience. The Most High knows there's an individual who's flat out just don't know who they are. But in order to, let's just say this is a court case. The Most High, I got to wake this person up, because eventually that person he or she gonna have to make a decision. They can't say I destroyed them. It will be you who destroy you, because the Most High deals with the spirit. The devil came in first and foremost on the flesh from the beginning. He didn't deal with the spirit. Although he being a spiritual creature or creation, he chose the flesh by means of Adam and Eve. He did not lead them to the tree of life. He led them to the tree of good and bad. That's what the devil did. From a spiritual standpoint, he made himself an adversary of the Most High. That's what he did. And he's still trampling on to his end. Brothers and sisters, what's going on right now is real. This is absolutely real. We must use discernment like it's smack brand new to us. Each and every time throughout the day, we need discernment. Now, let's not misunderstand this either. When the devil turns up, the Most High turns up, like I was saying. When there's a shift in the spiritual realm of Israel, Israel knows. The Most High said he does not do anything unless he warn his people first. That's scripture. The Most High don't lie, brothers. He don't lie. As long as we stand within those parameters with his people, we know how to move. We know what to look for. Because the devil, he's going to start making bigger steps. He's going to be a whole lot, what's the word? Bolder. Yeah, he's going to make some bold moves. Because now when you fall back, brothers and sisters, you start looking at some old movies. And I say old movie, we talking about at least from the 80s. Movies like, what was the name of that movie? Not Transformers. What's the name of that movie? Terminator. All of these movies, brothers and sisters, now, you mean they was mocking us. We took it as entertainment. They took it as a reality. Yeah, we bringing this in. We bringing that in. We connecting everything. We're going to connect the human being to the digital world by means of an IP. We can lock onto a person no matter where they are at in this world. What was the name? This thing with One Nation or something. Whoopi Goldberg was on the stage talking about how we are like one or something. And they talking about all the borders. The borders about to come down, brothers. They don't need no borders when they have everybody locked into an IP address. Where you have, and I wouldn't be surprised, brothers, if they use CERN or part of CERN, part of their digital infrastructure. Brother, this stuff is so this stuff can go deep. It can really go deep. The internet, brothers, I'm going to say this about this internet. It's a means of communications. It's a means of entertainment. The biggest factor about the internet is this. Who's controlling it? Who's controlling the internet? That's going to be the factor. We are no part of the world. And this is one time Sister Kathy said, we got to get out of Babylon. Whether it's going to be a physical transfer or it's going to be a spiritual one. We got to dislodge ourselves from a system that's got us so much into it. Social security numbers and things of that nature. Yeah, you're still part of an analog system, rather. They're just trying, they want to take this a notch up. They want to be able to see inside, what's the word? Your soul, your body, what you're thinking, what you're eating, what you're buying, what you're talking. That's what they want. This is Hashatan's movement. Because see, we all know the Most High, he can move that way. He knows what we think and what we do, but he created us. So in order for him to say, I'm going to be like the Most High, Isaiah 14:14, this is the way he has to bring it in. He did not create us. He didn't. So now, hey, he got to bring in a digital captivity. That's what he wants. Truthfully, he will get a measure of it. He's going to get a measure of it. He's going to be able to see for the first time in his existence, be able to see people understand what they're doing, what they want to do, and things of that nature from an IP. For what they're now putting in foods, they gotta take it in. Brothers, if you want to say, this is the most demonic time that we have ever seen. And at the same time, this is that time you have to make a faithful decision. To whom are you going to serve? This is what we're standing at right down to this very day. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Patia. I'm glad you was able to make it in. This is what we're going to have to do, brothers. And this is just my encouragement. We got to just continue. We got to continue to fight. And I know, brothers, you ain't got to tell me this. A lot of us is tired of fighting. Israel been fighting for thousands of years. But our fight, brother, is a tad bit different. Our fight is a tad bit different from our forefathers. They put us in this. They passed this down to us. That's what they did. Now, what they passed on, they can't say nothing because hey, they land in the graves. We're the ones who got to continue to pray for their forgiveness of their shortcomings. We're praying for their sins and our own. But this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. Dislodging ourselves from the system, brothers and sisters. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be a battle. The Most High knows it. He knows that we got to accustom to some things. We got to disavow ourselves. He comes in the book of Revelation. We wasn't woke to really understand when he said, get out of Babylon. Now we understand what it means to get out of Babylon. Babylon, right when the Most High tells us to get out, they come up here with a new thing. We need to get these people tied into the IP system. Right when, in the middle of an awakening. That's where we are at. We're at that right now. Ooh. Brothers, this is not about how big your house is, how much money you got in your bank account, because they can go into your bank account and zero you out. This is not that trust in that dollar. This is who Yah is, excuse me, who Yah is to you. This is that moment. Who is he to you? The Most High is that one that makes that decision. Now you got to make a decision. He's a decision maker. He decides this, he decides that. That's absolute power. There's no one before him, there's no one after him. There's no one he answered to. Life, him. Life is by means of him. There's no other person, creator, that can say, I created life. No one. Satan can't even say that. He said he wants to be like the Most High. But his like is so fleshly, it is absolutely it's just absolute flesh. He got to move in a fleshly way. The Most High moves in a spiritual way. See, he already fell short, period. He can never attain to the spiritual plateau of that of the Most High. That's just absolutely impossible. He shares his glory with no one. Yeah, that's what he wants us to, Cynthia. He wants to try to mold us to act like him. And and don't get me wrong, when we were asleep, yeah, it worked. We going to these churches and praising Jesus and everything, and we woke up. We woke up. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You mean to tell me he was a man of color? When the churches said, oh, it doesn't matter about his color. That's the first thing anybody that's in trying to keep somebody away from the truth. That's one thing you put out there. Oh, it doesn't matter about his color. We all are God's children. Brothers, like I was telling you all, being raised as a Jehovah's Witness, they had this thing of the 144,000. When I was a child, all along was white. And we was under the assumption, hey, these are the ones that goes to heaven. But when I woke up, oh my goodness, I started attacking that. I hit it hard. I hit it hard. And just recently, they got one black brother, that he's of the 144,000. Ooh, I tell you the cotton picking truth. You talk about an awakening, brothers. I knew those brothers in some of the congregation I attend, they did not like me because I lay questions out. Today they can't answer. They could not answer. They did not want to answer. But instead of them just saying, you know what, that is a point. Brothers, when I say that the devil is in the mix of talking about who we are and the truth of our book, anger pops up. It's like anger is part of the conversation. It's like you cannot talk about the Bible and keep a cool head. It's like, it's almost, it is like, it's impossible to do it now. I tell you. And at times you just find yourself, you know what? You be like, well, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up because I seriously believe, brothers, in the days to come, you want to see people take lives of other individuals over biblical understanding. That's how deep the devil is going to go in. We're living in trials sometimes. You got brothers and sisters out here dealing with sicknesses, depression. We should be a comfort for one another. That's who we should be. And that you know, that's going to come as a battle. That's going to come as a battle. And let's not fool ourselves to that. When you're moving in a different way, your life takes on a different meaning when you wake up. You start to look at these laws. You start to understand who the Most High is and what He expects of you, of us individually. And we move in that mode. We move with how the Most High celestial chariot moves to the best of our ability. That's what we do. It's not going to be easy. It's not the things that we, like I said, brothers, the things we may be accustomed to, they just may be the things that try to frustrate us to get us to flip. This digital system, that's that one, brother, that we really wants to be alert to. When you are in doubt of anything, brothers, talk to the Most High. He will talk right back at you. Those days, him having his back turned are done with. He's talking back to his people. It would not be said that the Most High left you in the lurch. The only time you go feel in your mind that you got left in the lurch is when your flesh is so strong that it's like, the Most High can sit up and tell you to do it this way, but your flesh can say that, and you go do what your flesh say. Some, I'm gonna put it that way, will do what their flesh say do. It's going to happen, brothers. It happened to our forefathers. The only thing about it is different, is that we are the last descendants of captivity. And when you coming out of captivity, you on that front line, brothers. For you brothers that's woke now, that little small number, for you brothers and sisters that are woke now, you're the ones on the front line. I hope that you realize this, that you are the ones on the front line. You're the one that's throwing these blows. And the ones that's in the middle are our family members who don't understand what's the battle that you got to go through. They don't see the warring person in you, but they notice that, hey, there's no shaking you. You can't shake an awakened one back to sleep. It's difficult to do that. You're the one who's throwing blows. You're the one who's right here laying out scripture here, there, there, there. And it's the ones that you're talking to who do not want to hear the truth, that's trying to keep you occupied, keep you in a fight, just to make sure that your family stays within the parameters of the devil's grip. Keep them in Christmas, Thanksgiving. I was just passing a church from my mother's house. This church had decorations, and it's a black church. Now, mind you, brothers, where am I at? This is a Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff, Arkansas is 70-some% black. And I know this church is a black man. I mean, I've seen him and things. He had his decorations up for Halloween. Oh, and this ain't about a trip. And so the next couple of days, he had it up for Thanksgiving. At first, he had Christmas stuff up. I don't know if they had a misunderstanding of the months and things, because at first it was the Christmas stuff that was up first. I kid you not, this is a couple of weeks ago. Then the next 2 days, he had the Halloween stuff up. This, and then the next couple of days, Thanksgiving. Hold on, Sister Cynthia says, Scriptures does say that when they take the lives of others, they will think they are doing the will of the Most High. Yeah, you're right. That's that. Hey, but you know what, Sister Cynthia? Like I said, you brothers and sisters are in that on that front line. Who is the person you mimicking? Who is the person that we are mimicking on that front line? He did it first. No, did he not come into the world? Yes, he did. Yahushua came in the world. Boom. He didn't start his ministry until he was 30 years old. Didn't nobody know it. They knew of him, but he went out there preaching like until he got 30 years old. When I then start calling disciples, start teaching. Oh, he woke up. He woke up just like you. He woke to who he really was, where he really came from. That's what he did. And now, with that awakening, he started explaining the scriptures. He started explaining the scriptures. Brothers and sisters, at the end of his end of the 3.5 years of preaching and things, that's when he did all this work. Raising the dead, healing the sick. All of this was at the close of his ministry in a fleshly form, that is. If we look at Yahushua's steps, brothers, if you're on that front line, expect everything that happened to Yahushua is going to happen to you. You seeing brothers and sisters say, hey, they're talking about the spirit of resurrection is in your bones. All of these things. You think this is just coming out? Brothers, when you was in Christendom, they didn't say nothing. Please, wasn't nobody even thinking about talking about you got this type of power in your bones and things of that nature until we woke up. We woke up and we was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Tracy. I'm glad you was able to make it answer us. When we woke up, that's when we started to realize what we got. Now, yes, Yahushua, he said this. You want to do things greater than these. Who would have thought that he was talking about the descendants that came in that they experienced that 400-year captivity? Who would have thought this? Not one of us, until the Most High woke us up. Now we're starting to understand some things. Now we're about to start doing some things. You think that the Most High is going to leave us in a wicked and twisted world where they feel that they have the power to do this here. They have the power to lace your food with this or that, serve it to you. And while we still sitting about being poisoned without his powers that's within us, not to activate themselves, it's going to happen, brothers. It's going to happen. And the phrase greater things than what he did, Yahushua did, that's the one. This is the reason why you have AI right down to this day to try to circumvent what's about to happen amongst Israel. That's Satan is he already got it in place. He knows these people are going to do some great things. Now, what that great thing is, he don't even know. The devil don't even know. All he knows is going to be greater than what he did. So what did you think the devil is doing? He's analyzing everything that Yahushua did. What is these people going to do? So he wants to be prepared. The best that he can be prepared is tell a lie. Tell a lie. Tell a lie. Brothers, sisters, all of us that's on that front line, yeah, it may appear dark and grim. The days are here. What this digital ID and all that stuff. All righty. Hope in the Most High. Yahushua said you're going to do things greater than what he did. This stuff here, what they got going pushing out, brothers and sisters, don't let that overwhelm you. Don't let it overwhelm you. Because when the devil steps up, the Most High steps up and he shows out for his people Israel. It's already there within us. It's going to be by means of his grace. The world will have to see his face. In the spiritual sense, that is. They're going to have to hear his voice. They will have to see who he is absolutely fighting for. And when his great name is vindicated, everybody else fall up under that banner, up under his banner. And when I say everybody else, I'm talking about Yahushua, whom they call Jesus, Israel, light, the true people of Israel. They lied and say, hey, you Negroes, y'all ain't numbers, you're a descendant of slaves. That's where the lie started at. These people over here, they calling themselves a holy name, to which they are not. The Most High calls them blasphemers. You're blaspheming against the Spirit. That's what they're doing. When they trying to hold on to us, our name, our legacy, that's a sin for them. In their judgment, brothers. I mean, any of you brothers and sisters out there know that there's no forgiveness for blaspheming against the Holy Spirit. I don't see who, except for I'm going to say it this way. The ones that keep calling themselves that, and they know they're not that. And then they have full-blown knowledge that they're not, and they keep on. I mean, there's no forgiveness for that. None. They got themselves hemmed up. If you want to talk about there's no future, they're on the same plateau as the devil. The same platform. They're on that slippery slope to Gehenna, the second death, where there's no resurrection. Period. But they love the power, and they love the power of the devil. He has a time to rule. He's recognizing that his time has is cut down. You're talking about Revelation chapter 12. Raise your hands, brothers. That's what we're standing at. This is what we're standing at. This is what we are witnessing right down to this very day. The beast system, nah, brothers. This is one time. This is one. Oh, we're not even trying to entertain fear. We're not trying to entertain fear. We done dealt with fear through slavery. From the time that we our forefathers came here, brothers, we was laced with fear. That whole trip across the Atlantic, fear. When they set up here and said we got too many slaves, our food is running, the food was running short, what did they do to our family? Had them all chained up. All they had to do was throw one overboard. 30 more would go because they all linked together. This is the world's history of what they've done. And now the Most High is bringing it up into court. Our people, while sinking, was fighting for life. Trying to breathe where they cannot breathe. Wanting life, but life leaves them. By means of a decision of a nation of people who feel right down to this very day that happened back then, that has nothing to do with us down to this day. And now the Most High is about to show them exactly what these days is going to bring about. All of it. The world is about to witness his wrath. Sister Cynthia, that fear now, it's not upon us as it used to be. Don't get me wrong, Sister Cynthia. When you talk about this digital ID and we know the implications of it, it puts us on notice because we know that we are in captivity. Now it's like we have to start looking at it and say, what type of captivity am I in? And truthfully, when it's all over said and done, we are in captivity. And so now, let's just, our forefather, they fought for equal rights and all of that stuff. We got to accustom to say, hey, I want to go get me a new car. When you go get that new car, brothers and sisters, you sign on it. If y'all ain't, brothers, who is that? Sister Amana, she sent me some information. Brothers and sisters, you'll be just downright, you'll be disgusted to realize how much of a captivity we are in and that we put ourselves in. They put a $30,000 tag on a car. Now, don't get me wrong, brother. We need communication. It ain't like we riding around here in a horse and carriage. You go and get this car. Captivity you done put yourself in. For how many years it's gonna take for you to pay that car off? You're in captivity. Let's just say things you got to it and you paid cash for the car. You went in there and paid $30,000 for the vehicle. You still in slavery. You still a captive to that vehicle. You got to pay taxes on it. You got to pay. It's paid off. Yeah, you ain't paying a note on it. but you're still paying for the license plates, the sticker, and it all depends on what state you live in, but you're still paying for it. Captivity. Debt is, you're right, Sister Cynthia. Debt is slavery. The more you owe to this system, you are indebted to it. Brothers, I own a house. My house is paid for. The sad thing about it, I got to pay taxes on it. That's a debt. That's a debt. Brothers and sisters, the more we understand this system, the more we need to fight to separate ourselves, to have it where when the Most High said, you know what, I'm gonna say it this way. I was watching this movie, and this guy said in the movie, he said, if you're not able to walk away from a situation in well, it was so many seconds. He said you're indebted to that system. He was a robber, and he's going in the banks and steal money out of the banks and all that stuff. He said you can't move in 30. You're attached to it. He said you could not have no attachment, but he fell in love with this woman. He fell in love with this young woman and things of that nature. And it got hot, and they was closing in on him, and so he got to the car where he was about to get in with this woman. They're about to leave and go live their life. But he walked up to the door and he was smiling because he's saying, he looked, as if, hey, we out of here now. And then he looked over, he seen the cop coming, he knew the cop, and the cop knew him. He looked down at her and he had to make the same decision that he always preached. And he walked away from her. That's what he did. The same thing, brothers, is happening right now. Yes, we got accustomed to some things, but brothers and sisters, this is that time when you got to really ask yourself, and you got to go deep within yourself to separate yourself from the flesh with this awakening. This is what we have to do nowadays. We're not here to be entertained any longer. Those days are gone. We know what the world is doing. The Most High woke us up and told us, TV is entertainment. The show where the Most High said, do not be judged and you won't be judged. The TV is full with them. The TV is full of drama. It keeps your blood boiling. It keeps you hype. Oh, she did this. She did that. Everything now, brother. And you can't even watch a football game. They go hype that up, brothers. Basketball, they go hype it up to get you feeling a certain way about something. We understand that now. We seeing what's happening. We seeing the distraction. But going forward, brothers, in closing, let us continue to put up a fight for the Most High's great name. That's what it's going to be about. He is the one who says this and says that. He is the life giver to everyone. The privilege of breathing that the devil has right down to this very day will be taken away. And for any other person that decides to uphold his system, their lot is going to be with the devil. Brothers and sisters, we went through a whole lot. Our forefathers went through a whole lot. Let us not get down to the last final stretch and turn our ways away from the Most High. One thing that reigns supreme, the Most High said, choose life so that you continue to live. And life is what? It's the Most High. Everybody's life is dependent upon the Most High, including the demons, the devils, and everything else. So why would we choose the devil who can't give life. Taking it, that's a totally different story. He'll take a life, can't bring it back. Let us, brothers, continue to pray for one another, encourage one another. We're going to need it. Because today, you brothers and sisters out there on that front line, there's going to be a spark. There's going to be a shift. It's going to be a shift. Well, you go realize, wait a minute, I got something in me that I can release. That's when the Most High said, you have the powers in your bones. You have the power of your tongue to say this, to say that, and it'll happen for you. Yahusha did it. He seen a tree, a fig tree, and he went over there to give him something, and there was no figs on it. It was the season for it, but the tree wasn't producing no fruit. He cursed it. Instantly, that tree withered. The disciples did not recognize the tree dying. It's the fact that he said, let no fruit come from you ever again. But when they came back to that same path, they seen that tree and they said, this tree is withered. What happened? Boom. He explained it to them. It's the power of the tongue. That was the gist of the action of Yahusha. He wanted his people to see this, to understand you got power in your tongue. That's how powerful you are. He's seeing, the Most High is seeing what the devil is doing. You brothers and sisters on that front line, you're going to be doing the same thing, but you're going to be doing something that's going to be a whole lot greater than what Yahusha did. Do not let this dark world, that is this digital ID and all that stuff, throw you down. Because the moment it takes off, you trust and believe the Most High knows exactly how to wake his people up. Say, go ahead and do this and do that. And when they start to recognize that and understanding and literally seeing brothers and sisters on that front line doing some things that is not humanly possible, yeah, Israel is on a whole different plateau then. Now, that's when the world started to look at you. Wait a minute. These people are doing what now? This is what the Most High said. He knew that the devil was going to bring about and do all of this stuff here. Now, if you want to shock a world, raise these people up. Give them the power that the Most High said they were going to have. Now, the world will have to recognize who you are. The world will have to recognize. Oh, and then the thing about it is this. It's not you that's going to get the glory. It's going to be the Most High, because they're going to know they got it from somebody else. Now, you was that Negro that we walked on. This is what the world is going to be saying. We trampled you people. We use you to the greatest, to the best of their ability. That's what they did for Israel. And you rising up like this, it got to be a true God in heaven that gave you all of this power. That's what they're going to recognize. It's going to go right back to the Most High Yah, to where it came from. That's what's going to happen. That's what's on in front of us right now. If you want to talk about the streams of time, we're at that time. Matthew chapter 24, Luke chapter 21. Man, I mean, good night. I could say the whole book of Jeremiah. This is what we're living. This is that strength that we're about to receive. When things get dark, trust and believe, Israel is about to be that light. It's going to be that light, because when it's all over said and done, brothers, like I said, the glory will go back to the Most High where it all began. His name will be cleared up. Yahusha's name will be cleared up. And yes, the world is going to clear up our name. We will not have the We would not have to say anything as to who we are. The world is going to do that because they're going to recognize who gave Israel this power. That is the beauty. This is what we have in front of us, brothers and sisters. Like I stated, pray for your brothers. Let's not fall into fear of what the nation is doing, but let us be found to be loyal to the Most High Yah. Let us continue to choose life from the life giver and not feed into our flesh. Yes, don't get me wrong, brothers. The devil came in flesh first. If you want to talk about a fasting, brothers, sometimes we got to fast with it. You got to fast when you're eating. When I say fast while you're eating, brother, it's like you thinking about the Most High each and every day. You got to put him it got to be that intensity in order for us to get through this demonic system and to encourage our brothers to be the same. Because fasting is not fasting like it used to be. It's kind of difficult now. Now they get on there. Now, if you're not, you woke and you know what you're doing your fast for. The devil, he taps into that. He don't want you having a conversation with the Most High. The Most High, you say a few words. The Most High will come with a 2 or 3 page paragraph, pages or things that he's going to talk to you. He gonna have you feeling good. But we got to continue to throw blows, brothers. We got to in the system of Satan. We got to continue to throw blows. Eventually, as I was Isaiah 65, the Most High said we will have to learn war no more. He knows we've been fighting for a very, very long time. You know what, brothers and sisters? You know what? Before I get out of here too, I wish I was on my laptop, and I'm hoping to do this tomorrow. And for the Jamaicans, you Jamaican brothers and sisters, I seen no videos. Y'all cursing us up and down the road. F this about Americans and things of that nature. Brothers, we are brothers. Sisters, we are brothers and sisters. What some Americans or African Americans have done does not speak for the entire family of us. But when the devil can allow us, and we're all related. We're all related by means of a suffering. For us to get there and I'm talking, I haven't seen a video of any African Americans talking about the Jamaicans. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the Jamaicans talking about African Americans up and down the road. We are brothers and sisters. And if you think that I'm going to talk about you like a dog before the nation and behind the nation, I'm not going to do it. You're going to be my brother and sister first and foremost. I know the struggles we went through. I know how the media moves. I know what they'll put out there. But when you feed into it, brothers, you're doing the devil's deed to keep up dissension amongst family. Trust and believe. There may have been an African American that said something or did something to one of our Jamaican brothers and sisters. And then trust and believe there have been some Jamaicans who did some things to one of our African American brothers and sisters. It is what it is. But to get on the media, tell the world how you feel about your brother, with all of your choice words, blasphemy and all that, it does nothing for the glory of the Most High. And don't get me wrong, it is not like saying that these brothers and sisters are weekend Israelites. No. You know what, Sister Van P, it was I mean, it was a few videos. It was a few of them. And they going off on African Americans and things of that nature. And like I said, sis, this is the world's doing. This is the world's doing. They they're throwing us out there in front of food stamps. Now they're throwing us in front of they did it with the Haitians. They did it with the Nigerians. Here they are, the world, trying to bring in dissension amongst the Jamaicans. And trust and believe, brothers and sisters, don't care how we do, we're going to offend one another here and there. But to get there, I mean, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna make sure I have these videos, and it's not to tear us down, and it's not for us to get mad at our brothers and sisters, in Jamaica. No, this is not their time, and especially when they went through the disasters. But this is what the devil does. This is the world. We cannot be continually feeding into what they push out there. And brothers, and I'm talking about to the Jamaicans. There's one thing about us with this awakening. All skin folks is not kin folks. Just because they look like they black, that don't mean that they're kin folks. And the more we understand that, the better off we're going to be. Whether you're like, leave well enough alone. We have a battle already. What the brothers and sisters are going through in Jamaica, outside of this storm, we still have the same thing going on in the United States. No matter where we are at, we still under scrutiny. We're always up under it. But I'm telling you, brothers, and this is not to sit up here and pacify us or nothing, but it's always these Yahudims, they call African Americans, that's taking the blows from all other nations that look like us. You too, Brother Robert. I'm about to close it out too. I just wanted to bring that up because I was looking at it, and it's just it was disheartening to hear the brother and sister, and they was talking about blood clots and all that and everything, and you know what? It can be weird. Shoot, I don't know, but it's sad. It is absolutely sad. But this is what's supposed to happen. You brothers and sisters, if you woke, you're the front line. The Most High woke you up because He know you're a battle, and it ain't just brothers. You got sisters up there too, just on that front line. And and there's nothing pretty about war. You may have, when you come out of the war, you will have and I'm talking about sisters too, coming out with a swollen lip. But that sister, she's still smiling. Coming out with a black eye, but she's still smiling. Because she know what she did. She put the Most High first and foremost. She took those blows. Just like Yahusha did. Everything that Yahusha went through, she went through. This is where we're standing at right now, brothers. This is the reason why I say we need to pray for one another. And especially for brothers and sisters that are on that front line. The Most High said that He was going back to heaven to plead with His Father to protect us. What makes you think He stopped pleading? Now the time is about to happen. Now, hey, give them the powers, resurrect. Better yet, they woke. Let there be a shift in their spirit, where they start to speak powerful words of resurrection, powerful words of healing. If you want to see a turning point in a world, let the Most High's name be glorified, and He wake us up in that manner. Now you go see a world that will be trembling. You're going to see a world that's going to tremble. Not the fact that they're saying these so-called African Americans walking around with what type of power? That's going to be the word. And the thing is going to be fear. It's going to be fear. It's going to be fear because they're going to play back in them. We trampled these people. Whew. There's going to be a fear expectation that they're going to entertain. They're already entertaining them. What? But you let this power that's within us, the Most High, awaken that. He has woken us up to who we are. That's number one. His awakening are in phases. And that power that's going to be in us, that's going to be the one that's going to topple everything. Because the world never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. And it's going to be amongst Yah's people. That's what it's going to be among. Now, well, I'll get to that tomorrow. And because some on my TikTok account, just to give you a brief thing on it, this guy, and it would appear that he's he's white. He's claiming Ezra was white. And he be making some long statements, on the channel. That channel is strictly just for music and videos, encourage our brothers and sisters. So I messaged him, what is your point? And then what he's saying is that white people and Jacob are the same people. I'm going to address that tomorrow. Granted, from a scriptural standpoint, salvation is held out to them. That's true. But you're not of us. You're not. And there's the scriptures also states you will serve as servants. And it's not to put nobody down, but if we're going to hold on to the scriptures, we're going to hold on to the scriptures. That's what we want to do. But we can talk about that tomorrow. Brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel. These last days are not something that we really want to take for granted. They got the internet shut down in Tanzania, like I said earlier, and what's going on. And so, I don't know when they're going to turn it back on, truthfully. I don't. But I will say this, brothers, stay faithful, stand firm, and see the salvation of the Most High Yah. It's going to happen. It's happening right now. The awakening was that first phase of salvation. He woke you up. He's letting you know, this is salvation. And let us hold on to that. He is the life giver. Let us continue to pray for our brothers and sisters, brothers, and to continue to be encouraging to one another. Until tomorrow, may the Most High continue to be with each and every last one of you all. Shalom.